Hey there, it's Tom O. Welcome to the Tom O Zone podcast, Beyond the Blind. I'm joined as always by retired regional director for Ducks Unlimited, Bill Brown, and retired Maine wildlife biologist, Brad Allen. And very special guest today, the host of Maine Knows How and the man behind Pine Grove Lodge and the Pine Grove programs, it's Bob Howe.
Quack.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Bob. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm really, I haven't talked duck hunting or goose hunting to anybody for a long time.
Well, don't be afraid to, because we welcome that here.
Yeah, I really.
I've talked enough elk and deer
Yeah,
and bear, and it's time to talk ducks again.
yeah. That's so much fun.
Oh,
It's nothing better than call them geese in when they're way up here and you're trying to hail them in. Come on down here. And you spend all morning setting those blinds, setting those decoys just right. You got a landing strip. The wind's the right way. The wind ain't changed on you. And you haven't got nothing shining. Make sure you do all that work. And them geese don't get up early. They get up late. But I'm really trying to get them wood ducks or those mallards that coming over that cornfield when I'm watching the watch and I'm saying, I got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They go right over
and that's
you.
about what you get is 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I can't shoot because
No.
I've been in that field and everybody knows I hunt here.
Yeah.
So Mr. Green Jeans would be just sitting there in his truck waiting for me to shoot early and then have to come talk to me. So we always went 1 minute past all the time.
That's playing it safe.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, when it's just a duck.
Yeah.
It's no more than a duck. But it's so much fun to set up all those silhouettes
Yeah.
for them, and they come over you just like jets. It's amazing, huh?
What's your time frame?
Well, this was 80s, 70s and 80s.
So you're just covering yourself up with burlap or whatever in the field? Yeah.
And then we started having Magnum geese decoys and cutting slots with a Dremel tool. And we put a wooden chair in them and put a dowel through the back so you could flip it up. But one day, we're sitting in this field down by the Kennebec. And we're sitting there and we could see the road. And I see a car drive by, truck. The guy gets out and I said, what? I said, I think he's looking at me in a rifle. I flipped that top off and he took off.
Wave an orange flag.
Yeah, I said, he was going to send a round down here. He's some cariny. Wow.
Yeah.
Why do people stop duck hunting?
Because I bought a beer lodge.
It's concurrent seasons. That's the issue. It's always
I had to make a living, and I couldn't make a living duck hunting.
no.
Right.
Nobody wanted to pay me to go duck
But I looked
hunting.
at all the duck hunters.
Really?
When the bow season started, special bow season, a lot of people duck hunting with me. No, they've gone. I've lost them.
I used to sell a combination bird duck hunt. That's when I had labs. And we would hunt woodcock, hunt grouse, but also I knew where every little duck pond was in the woods.
Oh, you
So it's
sneak in and
I'd say, change your lead,
yeah,
and put some steel in,
yeah.
and we're going to sneak up on this pond and do a little jump shooting. Then I have canoes and little boats on lots of ponds,
Nice.
and we'll go in there and we'll put some binoculars on them and say, there's a bunch of wood ducks over there underneath that oak feeding.
Yeah.
So let's slide up on this side. We're going to see if we can low crawl them. It was just something. These guys had a hunt.
They did have a diversified hunt.
Yeah, so we would sneak up on them and try to get closer, and I'd leave the dog on the other side sitting. And the dog would just sit there until I called to him.
Got nothing.
What you just described is the way I used to hunt too. Same
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
You bird hunt up to a pond that occasionally has a bird in it.
Right.
It's always fun. My setters are not very good at retrieving though, so I had to be
That's
a
why,
little more
Bob, that's
careful.
why Bob had canoes everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. and the lab was a good start.
Yeah, I had a couple labs, but I had one I couldn't send because if it was a male wood duck, he would always pull the feathers out of the breast. He'd stand on that son of a biscuit's wings, pull the feathers right out. There'd be feathers flying all over. And then when he was all done, he'd bring it back. The breast is all gone.
Wow.
Wings are hanging down. No feathers. They said, that was a beautiful bird. You want to mount that?
Oh, I so hope that's what I get.
Yeah. Well,
That's right. Bill's got a new puppy.
yeah.
A beautiful little yellow lab, teal.
Yeah.
We saw her
the
earlier
bags under
today.
my eyes.
Yeah.
She's a good girl. She'll be fine. She's
Yeah,
gonna be
beautiful dog.
She's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
she's a
gonna be
good-looking
good.
dog.
I tried to do it all. You know, I asked you why you stopped duck and goose hunting. You know?
Mhm.
And I tried to be a deer hunter, and I tried to be the rabbit and the grouse.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick a poison. You know, when you're working, man,
Yep.
you got to pick your poison.
Yep.
And I don't know, duck hunting just sucked me in, man, and I couldn't get away from it.
I was hooked on it.
I still can't.
I was hooked on it.
Well, I can't
fifth
afford to get away
grade.
from it now. I've got too much invested to
I
get away
just
from
like-
it now.
I've been doing it all my life. I'd rather duck hunt than anything.
I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah, even
I stopped doing anything else
yeah.
when I was duck and goose hunting. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I would chase, in November, we'd chase bodies of water with a little bit of open water.
Yes.
And we'd even go and break them
Yes.
in back ponds, knowing that the wood ducks were going to try to bail in there.
Mm-hmm.
The night before, we'd go and break them. Oh, it's not going to be below freezing. We're going to go set them up today.
Unfortunately, you knew that you couldn't pay the bills. I mean,
Exactly.
you can't, and I do understand that. I couldn't imagine being a duck goose guide in Maine now. The sea duck, when the sea duck thing was rich,
Yeah.
that was one thing. But now I don't know how.
You'd have to get enterprised. You'd have to get with the right group
Yeah.
and offer the right thing.
Be kind of one of those boutique lodges where you get the corporate guys that,
Right.
and then tell them this is good duck hunting.
Well, sometimes you don't even have to. They're duck hunting. And
Yes.
most of them guys really aren't duck hunters. Not all of them are really, really duck hunters.
Yeah.
They're guys that like to go duck hunting.
Yes.
And they get a couple shots at a duck. Or there's ducks here that we have that not everybody has.
That's true.
And you get them an opportunity to shoot at green-winged teal early in the season. And they really enjoy that. And then shoot wood ducks and,
And then a Drake Eider in January.
right.
Did you get on the salt much? Did you do
Did.
much sea duck hunting?
I used to. We used to try to go after the deer season in December and January. And we would keep the boat out so I could move the guys out on an island out in the ocean. And we would set up, we didn't have any money. We were all poor guys. We'd take milk jugs, paint them half black.
That's the classic. I mean, how many people did that around
Everybody.
here forever?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and run a string and run 2 strings and put guys there, and then we'd back off. And oh my God, I got in trouble with the Coast Guard once. I was tied up to the buoy, waiting for those guys to shoot, and it'd be boom, 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 boom. They're shooting. Then we had radios, and they'd say, "Okay, Bob, come get him."
Come get them. Cripples everywhere.
I'd untie from the buoy and go and get him. Pretty soon, the Coast Guard comes.
He didn't want you on his buoy.
Didn't want me on the buoy.
That's my buoy.
Yeah.
Thing weighs 3,000 pounds.
Like I'm going to hurt your buoy.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he had to tell something, right? You had to do
Oh,
something.
I know.
Oh, boy. One time I was coming back with the Idas. That's what they mostly was shooting at Idas, and had them all piled in the boat. And I said, holy shit, I got a lot of Idas here. I think maybe I'm over my limit
Oh,
because I got them all.
You are over your limit.
Right.
And driving up and I had a side console boat. So I've been throwing them in the back. And I hear something, I look, and there's an eider on the rail, sitting on the rail, and bloop, he jumped in. Never mind.
You don't have to count that one.
Don't have to count that one.
Not the first zombie eider to come back to life.
Exactly.
I think we've all experienced that.
Yeah.
Living in, would you say Fairfield, right?
Yeah, I lived in Fairfield, Waterville.
So did you hunt the Kennebec
I did.
and the surrounding fields and whatnot?
Yeah, it was my home range, All them farmers gave me permission to hunt all their properties. Over 70,000 acres I had to hunt. A lot. Because they all knew I take a lot of veterans. And then one thing about a farmer, if you're in his good graces, you're in his good graces. And then that farmer, I'll say, I'd go over and talk to the floods, and they'd say, yeah, Frank let me hunt his property. Oh, you can hunt mine too. And then I'd go talk to the Wrights, and the Wrights, oh, yeah, you can hunt mine. Then you talk to Misty Meadow. Oh, yeah, you're hunting there, and then you can hunt mine too. And then the Williams would let you hunt all theirs, and pretty soon you had all this land tied up.
Nice.
And it wasn't like that it was just yours. Sometimes we'd get there, and there'd be a guy setting up there, and we'd just go to a different field, and say, okay, let's move about 5 miles from here, because he's going to discourage. He's only going to kill 2. Back then, I think it was even 1. It might have been 2, but it might have been only 1.
It has varied a lot over the years. Yeah.
But you had options, and that guy sitting in that field, he
didn't
had
have-
he had permission at one field.
Right,
So-
and he might not have.
and he may not have.
It doesn't make a difference. It ain't up to me. I ain't a police officer.
So you go on, you move on.
Move on, yep, and go to another place and set up. But, it takes an hour and a half to set up for a big string.
Oh, you never hunted with Tom. It takes
Well,
3.5 hours.
Yeah, huh? Well, you're out there.
I think we have one more. We need one more.
Yeah. Son of a gun. We'd be going to the restaurant. They were open 24 hours a day there on 201, it was
the
Irving.
Irvin.
Oh, the truckers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'd
the
go
truck
over-
stop. Yeah.
2 o'clock in the morning, we'd be over there having breakfast so we could start putting out these decoys.
We're all just coming back from the bar at that point, and you're getting ready to go out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You'd meet some characters in there.
I'll bet
What the hell are
did.
you guys all doing? You all come dressed in green.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, son of a gun.
So, what is your favorite thing to hunt? Personally, what is your favorite thing to hunt?
I'm a rabbit hunter
Yeah.
and a deer hunter and a fly fisherman.
Yeah.
And I loved duck hunting. I loved it. But then when I moved to the lodge, I had to change gears because I couldn't make a living just duck hunting. I'm in competition with some of the best duck hunting places in the United States and Canada. I couldn't compete with that. I couldn't even get close.
Yeah. Your area is not known for
Right.
waterfowl habitat, really.
No, the only place that was really good was Flagstaff Lake, and them snow geese would bail in there on Hurricane Cove, and we would set up in there for snow geese, and that was really, really good. But it was enough ducks and geese for us, as just local hunters to enjoy that.
I didn't know there was that people killed snow geese up on Flagstaff. I mean, I know
Yeah.
Canada geese. Well, Brad, you moved a bunch from the coast up there, right?
Constantly
I mean, you would-
pounded
Mhm.
Canada's into Flagstaff.
Yeah.
But the snow geese is special. I mean,
They get that one little stretch.
they actually
Yeah.
migrate, down the St. Lawrence and down through Lake Champlain.
Mhm.
The fact that we'd get them in Flagstaff would be a real treat.
Did you hunt over there?
I never have.
Nope.
No,
we
too
would
far
always
to go.
We'd always set up like 6 snow goose decoys.
Yeah.
And we'd set up, Canadians and then silhouettes and then ground ducks. But we'd always set up 6 snow geese decoys because they'll follow those Canadians when they're coming down. And you can draw them in. Just set them off to the side on a little high rise so they can land there and into the wind.
I cut my teeth on Flagstaff Lake
Yeah.
with Leo Pepin
Oh, yeah.
goose hunting. And if I had a dime for every shear pin I used,
Mhm.
that's a tough place to hunt.
It is.
That's a tough place to hunt.
Yeah,
When they invented that lake, it was
Yep. Some unique places there, too. Some beautiful places. Big sand beaches.
it's gorgeous. A lot of history there.
It sure
the Arnold
is.
Trail. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
some great history there. And the old log drives and
Yep.
beautiful country.
But you're 100% right. You hit a lot of stuff in
A lot of
there.
stumps.
Been in any tough situations, dangerous situations?
Yeah, absolutely. Shot a hole in the boat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we brought this guy duck hunting. He just started duck hunting, and we shot these ducks, and we were on our way back, and the gun was on the seat. Well, we unloaded our guns. He didn't.
Yeah.
He took out 2 shells, and then he was driving by, and he see the thing else. He reached, boom, blew a hole right through the bottom of the boat coming across the lake. We're trying to put our feet on it, trying to get his sweater off to plug the hole, and the boat started because you're only like in a 12-foot boat,
Not long before that's filled up.
No. And we said, what are you going to say? I said,
Oops.
yeah, oops. Shit happens. If you don't do nothing, nothing's ever going to happen.
No.
No. Geez, one time we were duck hunting on the Kennebec in the morning. And we're going up the Kennebec, and I had a 14-foot aluminum boat with a 9.9 mercury. And it was heavy. And it was all foggy. And we're going up the Kennebec, and we start gaining a little speed. We're going to go up near where the town line, and we're going to hunt right off that town line because you couldn't go into Waterville. But I could hunt that town line, and on that shore, there's a bunch of islands, little ledges and stuff, and them damn black ducks would land in there. So we're trying to get up over there. And the current was picking up, so we go a little faster and a little faster. Then the throttle messed up. The handle.
You said you had a Mercury, right?
I did.
I'm not surprised.
I did. And then it started getting all loose, and then it messed up. And it fell off. So I got just the keyway. So I'm turning the keyway with one hand and steering it with the handle that you carry it. And it's just starting to get light in the morning. All of a sudden, ba-bang, ba-bang, we hit one of those ledges. That motor fell right off, off the back. And I got it, and I'm leaning over the side of the boat in the back. My ass slid off the seat. I'm on the floor, holding the motor, and it's going, wah! And it's hitting the bottom of the boat. Bang, 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 bang. I ain't letting go. Finally, it stopped. Filled up with water.
Yeah.
Son of a biscuit. I said, help me out, Pete. Because I couldn't get off the floor because I just had that motor. I wasn't letting go. So he held my legs and he come on top and helped me pick that motor back up. We put it on the back and took the cover off and took all the water out, and we drove that motor again that day.
No, you did.
We did. Yeah.
It was the water wasn't that salty then.
No, it was
because
fresh.
that'll kill it.
Yeah. It was
Best thing you
fresh.
could have done is let go of that motor.
I should have. But I borrowed it. Because mine was broke, so I borrowed it from a gentleman that's gone now. But I said I couldn't let go of John's motor.
Put the handle back on.
I had
take
one
it
arm
back.
longer though. Jeez, I'm crying.
I have a state-owned 9.9 Mercury motor in the bottom of the Penobscot as we speak.
Yeah.
Best place for him.
Wow.
That one's I scratched off the inventory.
Yeah.
Best Mercury motor I ever owned is the one I don't own anymore.
They are heavy. I remember that.
Yeah. That was back.
That 9.9 was.
That was a heavy motor.
It was.
Good thing I was strong back then. I'm not strong no more, but holy moly.
So, how long have you owned Pine Grove Lodge?
30 years.
30 years?
30 years. Yep.
What's your favorite part about running a hunting lodge?
The next hunters that are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really so much fun to talk to so many different people from all over the world. Yeah. After 9/11, I started advertising overseas because nobody here in the United States was moving.
Yeah.
And Banker Joe had his hand out every 30 days.
Yeah.
So you had to haul ass.
Yeah.
There was no time to mess around and say, oh, maybe they'll come next year. And maybe I won't be here next year if I don't move my ass.
Yeah.
So I started writing an article for the London Post. One of the gentlemen that came fly fishing with me was the editor. And then when he was here, he said, would you mind writing an article for us about fly fishing in New England? I said, no, I'll do that. So I started doing that. And then pretty soon, he said, would you write one every month? And I said, yeah. Then pretty soon I started getting people that were reading the article, calling, wanting to come and go fly fishing here in the United States. And then it just moved from there to other countries, and I started advertising in other places. The rest of these guides here were all trying to get somebody from Massachusetts and New York. They were beating their head against the wall.
Sure.
They struggled. And I never said a word. This is just how I got by.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, that business built. So I started taking bear hunters from Ireland and Germany and rabbit hunters from Greece and all over. So that business grew and grew over years. See? And I didn't have to take so many. When I went to Massachusetts to the Springfield show, I didn't have to get 5 hunters out of there to pay for the trip. I went there for exposure because I already was booked. See? So you just have to be able to move and shift with the times and the economy and stuff. And when you advertise overseas, they don't want to buy a bear hunt, a deer hunt. They want to buy a complete package. So that means I had to go to the airport and get their flights, car rentals, their lodging, their food, their licenses, everything, all in one
They
package.
want to write one check.
That's exactly right.
Here's the deal.
Car
Couldn't
rental, the
make
whole
it
works.
happen.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So we worked that out.
So you went through 9/11
Mhm.
and then COVID.
Absolutely.
What did you do different?
COVID, it was very simple to do because I have outside cabins with kitchens. And we just had them take their own trucks. We did all the deer hunting. Like I have almost 175 deer stands out right now, 45 ground blinds and 14 huts. These are just I'm a deer hunter by trade and a duck hunter and a fly fisherman.
I can't maintain 3 duck blinds.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday I was scouting deer on my dirt bike. I have an on and off road and I travel and film it or in a Jeep, and I travel just an hour or 2, and I'm just looking for pods of does. I'm not looking for any stupid big buck because he's going to come.
You'll be there.
He's going to come to the local establishment.
'Cause you're finding his reason.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm interested in. I go in and find where I'm going to call from and where I'm going to rattle from.
Nice.
A lot of the people that I take they can't stalk and they can't track. They do not have the physical
physically
ability.
able to, yeah.
And most of them walk on pavement their whole life. To sneak up on a deer, it ain't ever happening.
No.
But I can bring them in, set them here. This is the way the wind's blowing. These deer are bedded here. Do not move. Just stay right here. No matter what, stay here. And I'll go off on one side, depending on which way the wind's blowing, and rattle and grunt. And this deer will try to circle me to see what's going on, and then this guy gets an opportunity. See?
Nice.
So I tell him, if you give me 3 years, I'll get you a shot at a trophy deer because I have to train them. Most of them,
to be a hunter.
right? Most of them only shot their gun on a vice. You know, they set it up, bang, yeah, it shoots good at 100 yards. They couldn't hit shit offhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit.
I'd come 3 times if you're offering it for free. I mean, that's what you do, right? You don't charge a lot of those veterans. And
Well, I have to still make a living.
absolutely.
I did. And so I run the lodge and the not-for-profit at the same time.
I see.
So some of the people coming, just say deer hunting, I might have 15 guys. 3 of them are free.
Yep.
And they don't know each other. So I never tell them that these guys are here for free.
Yeah.
You're just part of the party.
Yep.
And I didn't want to put that pressure on them. I said, you're just like one of the family here. That's how we operate.
Nice.
And
Even if the guy's paying new, they'd be okay. I mean, I can tell you right now, they'd be okay. With
they
it.
are.
They would be okay.
They
with
find out
it.
eventually.
Yeah, they do because
and
they
then
talk.
Then they want to be part of
They
it.
do.
Yeah.
That's right. How can I help you with the next group?
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
a
it
great
is.
thing.
Sportsmen have really big hearts, you know.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah.
And,
I know firsthand.
Yeah. So we don't try to say, look what I'm doing or look what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we're a Christian-based operation, all right? So we say, the big guy's got this bus. He's driving. We're just riding. I'm not doing anything special. And if I told you the whole story, you wouldn't even believe it. It's that incredible. This is why I got to write a book on this, because you would never believe how we got to this state, how we got there, and why we're still there after 30 years. It's really amazing, amazing story. I'll just spend a minute or two, okay? Now, after 9/11 and that type of thing, I bought a bear lodge, and I never hunted bears in my life. I was
Sounds like a good investment.
yeah, right. I was a duck and goose hunter, and there ain't a whole lot of duck and goose hunters in. Well,
That
right.
is a
Up
bad
and up.
investment.
Yeah, up in Bingham. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's
You
not-
know, and then, geez, I'm crying. But I'm a deer hunter, and I'm a fly fisherman, and I had rabbit dogs my whole life. And I drove up there and said, there's a lot of rabbits here. I'm going to sell rabbit trips. And the guy said, "What are you, crazy? Nobody's going to come here rabbit hunting." I said, "I don't know. We're going to find out." And I had bear dogs then, too. Well, bear season is 6 weeks long. All the money I made on bear hunting, I had to spend at the veterinarian because them dogs are all ripped up all the time. And the time I paid help and went and baited and done all this, I said, I worked that hard for this?
Yeah.
This is nutty. You have to do this just because you love it. I got to pay that banker. I don't have time to play around with stuff. It's not like, this is my vacation. I think I'll go do this. A lot of guys take 2 or 3 parties, but then they don't get as many bears, or unless they have really good dogs. So how much time do I have to spend on bear dogs? Not as much as they did, because I still have to do other things. All summer, I'm fishing every day. And then in the fall, I had taken rabbit hunters. I started advertising that and doing that. And I went to Harrisburg, and we did 14 shows all over the country. Ohio and Pennsylvania and Nebraska and Kansas and all over. Advertising, the lodge, deer hunting, and rabbit hunting. Oh, I want to go white rabbit hunting. And that was the thing. It ended up that was my salvation, was rabbit hunting. I made more money, hands down, in any other sport. By so much, it was ridiculous.
White rabbit hunting.
White rabbit hunting. Yep, I'd take 400 to 450 guys a year,
Oh,
just rabbit hunting. And they would come for 6 days, 4 days, 2 days, 1 day, don't care. We'll go keep separating. So I had 23 dogs, and I had to keep separating groups because you two would take these guys. I'll give a snowmobile and an ATV to you guys, and you guys hunt over that way, and you guys hunt over here. So we had multiple parties going all over. And that went on for a long time. Well, now the rabbits depleted because you can't trap anymore. Not very many trappers, so there's a lot more predators than there ever was in the rabbit population, and we have a lot more ticks. Them ticks are killing them rabbits. And so we don't have the same rabbits that we have back then. You used to, I'm sure you guys maybe went fishing down on a country road, and you'll see a rabbit, see another one, you say, holy moly, there's rabbits all over this place. Well, you don't see that no more.
I haven't seen a rabbit in years.
So I have lots of covers all over, but I have covers for kids, covers for old guys, and covers for young guys. Now, if I put my young guy rabbit hunting covers and put them in an old man's cover, they'll shoot all the rabbits.
Right.
Because they know how to do it. They know where to be and why to be and how this dog is barking and how to cut him off. So I don't do that. I'll put him in a tough cover, and they'll say, Bob, it's so damn thick in here, I can't even see. I know, that's the idea.
Saving my rabbits.
Right. And
right.
I've been hunting rabbits in those covers for 30 years. So I managed them. You always have to scout every day. Some covers I only need 5 rabbits in it, 2. Because I have a kid that wants to shoot at one, and I only need a real small cover so he can hear. It doesn't run off and all over the place. See? If I go in there with 4 guys, they'll surround that, shoot that rabbit in half an hour. So you got to manage them. They all got to get to see some or get a shot at some, but that's just one thing. So my wife says, "How are you going to pay for all this? These veterans that you're taking? Who's paying for that?" Because it was just me. I said, I don't know yet. I said, I'm just going to give it in God's hand and say, you figure it out. I can't. So, I was taking this gentleman fishing. His name was Jim Elliott, helicopter pilot, shot down 9 times in Vietnam. Came fishing with me. And he says to me, "Hey, Bob, would you be willing to teach prisoners to make snowshoes?" I said, "No, Jim. I spent a lifetime staying out of that joint. I ain't going over there." He said, No, Bobby, this is a minimum security prison. And these guys are getting back to society, and they need a trade. I said, "Well, if you can bring them to the lodge, I'd be willing to teach some." So he said, "I'll find out." And he came back and said, "No, can't do it." I said, "Well, I ain't driving over there all the time, and I can't bring all this equipment." Well, this went back and forth for a period of time, and then, I got him to bring one. I said, well, bring a good one. So I spent almost a year teaching this guy about wood and how much moisture is in it and how to cut it and what to do with it and why to do this and why to do that. And he made a pair. Really lucky, he was a cabinet maker by trade before he got into trouble. He made a pair. I said, okay, now you make one by yourself. And he did. So back then I was talking to a guy named Tom, and he worked there, and he was part of the wood operation there. And I said, Tom, I'm going to use this to fund my not-for-profit. The money I make off this is how I'm going to fund this. Oh, well, I'm with you, Bob. I'll help you. I said, back that van over here. And I gave him all the planers, the saws, the steamers, the whole works. Filled it in the truck. I said, bring that over there and put these in a shop and make snowshoes. I'll buy them from you. And they said, really? I said, yeah. Wow, okay. So they did. They took them over there. And then eventually the state calls and says, whoa, what the hell are you guys doing? You can't make those. I said, well, why not? Because you're making a product to compete with the public. I said, well, I don't know nothing about that. Well, we better have a meeting. So we had a meeting, the governor, the commissioner, and the attorneys and all them. 13 of them, myself, my wife, and David Giambatruzzi came. And we told them what we were doing, and I was using this. And I said, I'd like to see that law, how it's written. And it says I couldn't make a finished product. I said, well, this ain't a finished product. It's a piece of wood. You're only making the wood part. You're not making a snowshoe. It's a piece of wood. Oh, wow. Well, I played hockey with the guys, the attorney, so I knew them. And they said, well, I think we can do this. So we did. And they made them for me for 14 years. And we changed snowshoe history. We changed how snowshoes work. We make the only snowshoe in the world with reverse. You can go forward as well as backwards. It carries the weight over the center of the shoe. And back then I weighed 280. I would be sinking about 5 inches at a guy at 180 on aluminum snowshoes thinking over his knee. So we made a lot of them. Now I had to have the material. So I hired a chemist and an engineer to help me develop this material I needed to tie this snowshoe with. And we kept working on it. It has absolutely no stretch. It has a UV killer in it. No bugs and squirrels will eat it. So we started making snowshoes and tying them there. And I hired disabled vets to tie them. Then I went to Togus and spent all summer teaching 100% disabled people. Blind guys. I had a blind guy tying snowshoes. People with missing limbs, one arm, trying to tie a snowshoe. He'd hold it in his mouth and snap it. Right? Everybody tied a pair, though. Every single, took us all summer. And so I said, all right, I'll give you guys a job. Oh, I want to do that. That's too damn hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, eventually I got people to help me make them. People got out of the prison system, and now they were home looking for a job. So I showed them how to make and tie snowshoes, and they would come and pick up the frames, pick up the rope, the material, and tie them for me. And then I'd pay them every time. But during the prison time, when we decided to try this, I said, I want the prisoner to get paid a third. And I want the state to get a third. And I want a third to go to pay in restitution. Because no matter when you went in this place, you wronged somebody. And if you owe somebody money, you're going to be clear. Because when you get out, you're going to be clear. You're done. You paid your debt to society. You don't owe anybody. You paid them back. So that's what we did. And it was the only place in the United States that's ever been done in any prison system. And they worked for me for 14 years. Then after a period of time, we're making all these snowshoes, And my wife said, you're running out of money again. Because I'm still taking veterans more and more. I said, well, I'm going to make furniture. She goes, you ever made any? I said, nope, not one stick. So we went in and I started working with Tom. And we developed making rocking chairs, bar stools, kitchen chairs, magazine racks, end tables, and everything we build has a snowshoe in it.
Oh,
The back is made out of a
yeah,
snowshoe,
right,
and they're
yeah,
all tied.
yeah.
And so we sold those all over. Tucker Carlson's bought them from me 4 or 5 times. Jay Leno has them. They're in the White House, the Pentagon. They're in the Senate. These are all people that purchased them because they knew about the program. Well, we don't advertise a whole lot. We just do, and you'll find out about us. And people did. And you just can't make them fast enough. Yeah, so it was see, God put his thumb on there and says, oh, you're going to do something and you're going to glorify me. I'm going to help you. And he did. And that's just some of the story.
And is this the beginning of your Pine Grove program?
Pine Grove program started 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
Yeah, 1976, I started taking veterans. I went to join the Army, and I wanted to be a ranger. And they said, no, you can't. You got to go to be you be in the Army, and then you make it as a ranger. Well, I didn't know. I don't know nothing about the Army. Dumb kid. Well, all right. So, and furthermore, you don't want to friggin' join. We're even worse than that. I said, what are you talking about? He said, listen, this country hates you. I had to hide to come back home.
Yeah.
And they told me all these stories, and I said, holy moly. I didn't realize all that. So then I went to the VFW, and I went downstairs, and they're playing cribbage, and they're drinking, lights low, place is full of smoke. They're all playing cribbage. I said, hey, any of you guys want to go fishing? What the hell do you want? He's crying. I said, I just want to know if you guys want to go fishing. Where? I said, China Lake. I got a car, and I got fishing rods. We'll go sit on the shore and catch white perch. Are you shitting me? I see. Yeah, no, I'm going to go. You want to go? Yeah, I'll go. So 3 of them did. And that's when it started in 76 doing that. It wasn't a program then. It was just me.
I know you guys do fundraising for it throughout the year, and you just had your Sportsman's Challenge. And,
Yeah.
That must have been fun.
It was fun. It has a lot of different aspects to being a sportsman. Let it be knife or axe throwing, to longbow shooting, to gun shooting, to setting an ice fishing trap, fly casting, spitting casting, bait casting. And I have speakers that come from all over. But our advertising and to get more folks involved, this is about training our youth. This is why we did this. It's because if we don't train them, somebody else is going to train them to do other stuff. And if I can teach them how to do this and come and we have a fishing derby, the police in Pittsfield will go and block off the bridge, shut it right down, put 4 cruisers right across it, show up with 30 fishing poles and all the worms, and they have a fishing derby on the bridge, and you got kids spread all over there. They'll catch a yellow perch, they catch this. It's only about the length. That we don't care what species it is. And they have so much fun, and we have prizes for everybody. But we're just starting a fishing life for them. It's not about catching a trout or catching it on a fly rod. It's just setting the seed, and we'll see where it grows. And that's what that was all about, is that Sportsman's Challenge.
Expose them to it. Let them decide if it's what they want to do.
Absolutely.
But expose them to it.
As a professional guide and been doing this for a long time, or a guy that I have a veteran that comes, and he came to an event, and now he says, hey, what can I do? I want to do something, bud. I want to help you. That's just the ticket I need. I need to get him involved so he can stop thinking about what other things that he could do, and now focus him to changing this kid's life.
In addition to your guiding business and your lodge business, you've also been on the internet for a while. Maine Knows How is a podcast that you've been doing for quite some time with your son. And who's your co-host there?
Tim is his name is Tim Corbett, and he's a general and an attorney and a real nice man, and he really works good because he's not a sportsman. He asks questions that non-sportsmen ask. If me and you were talking about duck hunting, we're talking about something different that beginners don't know. Tim didn't do it, So he asks questions completely different. And that's really good for the people listening and learning and stuff like that. So my son Wyatt, he gives an input of a younger fella, and I'm an old geezer, and Tim puts in something like somebody that hadn't done it for his whole lifetime. So it really works good.
You've had some great guests on just recently. The guy who does the underwater drone, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You've had Jeff Zimba on talking about all those firearms that come through his place, and I mean it's a great podcast.
It's supposed to be about everybody in the state of Maine. It's not about deer. It's not about anything special. It's about all sportsmen in the state, and that's what we're looking to do. Let it be goal panning or anything else, So we're going to move in lots of different directions, and we just had the girls that come and track wounded game, and that will be one coming up very shortly.
With dogs or
Yeah, with dogs.
Yeah.
And how new that is to this state, but how much game they've saved. Let it be moose, deer, or bear. And we didn't have them when we started.
No.
Now there's a list of people that you can call, right? I mean,
Right.
that are sanctioned by the state or whatever.
Yeah, for free.
Right. Yeah.
But don't forget to tip these folks.
Yeah.
Because they work hard at this. These girls go from one place to another place to another place, and they're out all night.
Plus the training time and
Right. So what I would say is, if you want to use their service,
tip
don't be afraid to make it worth
Compensate.
your wild
Yeah.
and their wild.
Yeah.
Either if you get your deer or not, it doesn't make a difference. But that is such a great value to the animal to say that we're going to try that hard to recover this, rather than to go to waste.
What are they using, hounds for that?
No, they use these little dogs. I don't remember the name of them. Some look like a little terrier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're not very big. They're only this high, that long, and they love them.
They got a great nose.
Oh yeah, and we at the Sportsman's Challenge we set out deer legs and dragged them all over the golf course at JW Parks, and then had them come and find them.
And they had no problem.
No problem.
No.
No. Pretty neat, huh?
That is. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had coon dogs and rabbit dogs and duck dogs all at the same time.
You did.
I did.
Nice.
And I lived in a trailer park and no dogs.
I bet you're a favorite.
Yeah.
So no coon hunting opportunity where you are?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't do it.
You don't, but
But
there
I
is.
did.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, we used to coon hunt a
No-
lot. And we tried
No
to
interest. People don't.
Not really.
No.
I want to go to bed.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
No, just rabbits. That's all I concentrate on.
What types of hunts do you run out of Pine Grove Lodge? Mainly rabbits, obviously.
Rabbits
And then
and-
you also do big game as well?
Yeah, deer, moose, and bear. But bear is, we only take the program folks, policemen, firemen, and
Okay.
veterans for free. See? And
How many
Because-
baits? How many baits do you put?
26.
So you keep it.
Just I buy a whole area.
Yeah.
And Jeff, my friend that works for me, and he runs the baits. I'm fishing almost every day, or doing moose safaris or wildlife tours. So he does all the baiting. He takes all the bear hunters, because I got to go off and do other things.
Sure.
Yep. And then we have my son Wyatt. He does that, but he has a rod building. He builds fly rods,
fly
tuna
rods,
rods, and
yeah.
spinning rods, and he's a fly fishing instructor right now. He's up to Big Island camps, and he fishes there 130 days a year fly fishing. So, and then he comes back and helps us. He runs the lodge rabbit hunting and helps us deer hunting and stuff like that. And he's purchasing the lodge on August 1st.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to Norwich and graduated from there as a cadet. Then a SEAL team asked him to come to Washington and work for them there. And then he said, I hate Washington. I want to come back and I want to buy the lodge. Well, I had it all sold. I wanted to retire. I'm 70. And I said, holy shit, you're kidding me. No, I want to buy it. I said, all right. So that's why I just help him now.
So you're just an employee.
that don't
You
get paid.
could duck hunt again.
That don't get paid.
Don't
That's
get paid.
you still got all the
You
work.
didn't make much before.
No.
so-
Jeez, I'm cruddy. But without a wife, that would allow this to all
Oh,
happen.
you could
This
do it.
ain't ever
Yeah.
happening because she cooks and cleans and does the cabins. She's a nurse, works full-time as a nurse in Farmington. And
She does Farmington.
she's a case manager there.
Oh,
And like we just had 5 days off. Every single day from dark to dark, she worked on the program, either cooking, cleaning, getting this ready, arranging this, arranging that, getting all this stuff done. She goes, I can't wait to go back to work and rest. So I just can't give her enough gratitude for the program.
we
just
wouldn't be
work.
much without them, would we?
No way. Nope. I could maybe take one guy a week, maybe yes, maybe no. But I don't.
If he
answer-
could take care of himself,
right, and I don't answer the phone. If you don't call my cell phone, you ain't ever getting me. I just don't have time to stop and talk every day.
Right.
You know, I'm on the lawnmower. It takes 8 hours to cut the grass. And that's just one thing. Then I have beagles to run. These beagles run on a golf cart. I have a jacked up golf cart with a piece of PVC pipe across the front and one across the back. Has 2 chains in each place. You take the beagle and you hook them on and you hook it on and you take 8 on the ground and then 2 in the back. The ones in the back are usually older and they can't run like the ones on the ground. Well, to be a professional hunter, these dogs have to be in rock hard conditions. When it comes hunting, they can't be a big fat beagle and now we're going to go hunting because he's only going to hunt for an hour. Well, these guys just paid you to take them for 8. So those dogs got to be hard and their feet have got to be tough. So we'll run them on the pavement so their feet get hard. And we run them at night when it's hot. And then in the summertime when it's like right now, if it gets 75, 90, 80, we have a little boat and we do the exact same thing on the lake. Has electric trolling motor. I'll put 8 beagles in the water and take the little motor and they'll swim beside the boat. We'll swim up a mile or 2, come back. But they go 9 to 12 miles every other day on a golf cart.
You can tell my dog how lucky she is to live with me.
Yeah. People send them to me. They say, "Wes, I want to send my dog to
Whip
boot
my
camp."
dog in the
Yeah, send him to boot camp. I say. So then I got to put them on the lawn and brush them all down and let them calm down and cool down. And then I have a special water that I make for them to rehydrate. And then put them back away and feed them and do it again in 2 days. But some can run every other day and some can run once a week, depending on their age. You can't ask
What size beagles?
I like small.
You like
I like little.
13, 12?
I know some guys, what the heck? You hunting 7 feet of snow. Why do you want a beagle with this leg? Because his heart is this big.
Yeah,
And you know, with a dog that only got legs that long,
they got no, yeah.
well, he's only going to sink that
That's
much.
right. That's right.
So anyway, I like little beagles. And my hunt is close. A lot of guys have beagles with big, long legs. And that's good. But they chase the rabbit out of the cover. They put so much steam on it when it's good running. And I got all of us are rabbit hunting. And then pretty soon they're going over the mountain with that rabbit.
Oh, we ain't going to catch them.
Because they come in February and March. It's breeding season. That male rabbit came from 2 miles away over here to breed these females. As soon as you put pressure on him, he goes back home. Now I got 4 guys standing there going, what are we doing? He can't even hear a dog. So you got to keep an extra guide and keep dogs in the box. So if they go over the mountain, I can just release 2 more and you won't even know what happened. And I send a guide after him. I'll say, take the snowmobile to the tracked vehicle and go around there and cut him off and bring that dog back in. So it's a full-time job just to hunt rabbits.
You mentioned looking for rabbit cover and stuff. It got me thinking about a lot of the bird covers I used to hunt 25, 30 years ago have gone by.
Oh, yeah.
Do your rabbit covers go by?
All the time.
Yeah.
And the woodcutters now, they used to cut trees. When I worked for Scott, we had a monitorium at 18 inches at the chest, right? That's what it used to have
That's
to
what
be.
it was.
Yep.
18 at the chest.
Yeah, at your chest. So you had
Not
to be
now.
like, now they cut my rabbit covers.
Yeah.
I see them going down the road. I say, you guys don't need that big truck. You need a brush truck.
If you don't tie that down, the crows are going to steal it.
Right.
Ah.
So that's what goes on.
Yeah.
And so you have to, you don't leave any tracks. You don't show anybody. I might go out of my way 2 miles to go to a cover so I don't leave a track there. to somebody else.
You have a
another
lot
rat-
of competition?
No, not much.
No.
No, I don't have too much, and I don't mind it.
No.
But I hunt in areas that I don't show people where they are, and they're back in the woods. They're not beside a road.
Mhm.
They're not beside a snowmobile trail. See?
Yeah.
Sometimes they're 15, 18 miles back in the woods.
You're welcome to that. Thank you.
Yep. And so I have to save covers for March when it's so soft that it's sinking so far that I have to keep hard road covers. And that means a cover that's near a road that you can't tell it's one until you have to do legwork to find it. And you say, oh, on the end of that pavement, down over the hill 100 yards, there's a thicket. All right? And that thicket is about 3 acres. Driving by, you would never know there was a rabbit cover. And that's the legwork that you got to do to know that. And I only hunt a cover once a year. So I have that many covers.
One hunt a year.
One a year. Because I don't want to deplete my rabbits. Right? And I've been hunting those covers for 30 years. I might have to move here or move there a little bit. But rabbits don't have wings. They move accordingly.
I'm glad ducks do.
Yeah.
They can come to me.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good sport, and I still love setting up on a Kennebec in the morning.
Nothing like a golden eye hunt.
I know it, huh?
Huh?
I love
When's
it.
the last time you went duck hunting?
30 years ago.
Oh, my
Really?
God.
So that was it. So once you started with the Pine Grove Lodge, you're like, well,
I can't do it.
can't do it anymore.
I still got all my guns. I still got, back then it was probably $3,000 worth of geese decoys. That was a lot of money back then to having geese
A ton of
decoys.
money.
And then I still have a lot of floating decoys and silhouettes and bag decoys. Still have all that stuff. I'm going to go again someday.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're retired.
Maybe. Yeah, if I don't have to do all this stuff to help my son.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
A beagle is nothing but a heart with a nose. That's all. Them dogs have run on a day that it was rough going to start with. And by the end of the day, they were running on glare ice. They were cut from here to their paws, all their underbelly. Even their privates were dripping blood. Wouldn't stop running. Wouldn't stop. I had to, I didn't have them dogs to catch. If we have bad conditions, I'll drive 2 hours north to get out of that stuff, and I'll wrap them. I use husk wrap and wrap the damn dog all the way down, and I made a special blend to put on their feet that creates a pad, a hard pad on their feet. And that will save, and I swap the dogs every 2 or 3 hours now because I can't run them down. That is their wheels. And if you didn't do the work in the summer, the time you go hunting in the winter, his feet are never going to get hard enough except the last 2 weeks, maybe. So
How many years you get out of a beagle?
8, 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah, because
They
we
wore
run them.
themselves. They just
They
wear
wear 'em out.
themselves out.
Yeah, and I keep them no matter.
Oh, yeah, still great.
They're all
Pats,
inside.
yeah.
They're all heated kennel.
Yeah.
And I'll keep them, and then I have them cremated by themselves, and I put their ashes in a cover with 2 other rabbits, 2 other rabbit dogs, and I put their name on a tree
Oh, yeah.
so they can all run. And
Yeah.
you don't want no bad
No bad
karma.
juju. No
No.
juju. No.
And I'll keep them. I had blind dogs. I've had dogs that can't hear, and the ones that were sick, and I'm just going to do the best I can for them. They gave me everything
Yeah.
that they could possibly give me. So you got to do your part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just it. I've had some incredible Labradors too. Incredible. These dogs would blind retrieve through cattails 12 feet tall. Unbelievable. And they're in a canoe sitting on the bottom. And you boom, boom, boom. They didn't even see the duck. No idea. You just take a line, fetch. You just see the tops of the cattails moving like that. And you know that. I blow the whistle and they start going around, around, around. Sometimes they'll find more ducks than you shot.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh boy. I told a story once on the podcast about when I sitting on the bank of the Kennebec, blowing this duck call, and it kept messing up. It was all foggy, couldn't see nothing. It was a wooden one. I just said, the hell with this thing. And I threw it in the lake, in the river. 20 minutes went by, and the guy said, well, that was good, Bob. Now we got no call. I said, well, that one there was no good. He said, well, maybe we could have fixed it. I talked to the dog. I said, Caesar, touch that thing. Boom, 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 boom. Runs in. All we hear is splash, splash, splash. Can't even see him. Just fog in the river, and the river's going down. Nothing. You couldn't hear nothing. I said, holy shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Waited and waited and waited. And I said, geez, I was getting worried. It was 20 minutes. Nothing. 25 minutes. Coming up the shore. Stop calling his mouth. Yeah, that dog would find tennis balls for the kids, sneakers, wallets. People would lose wallets at Kobe. I'd say, Caesar, put that in here. Yep, this is what you want, boss.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he was a really, really, you don't only get those dogs very often, you know.
What's your favorite game meat?
Oh, I like moose pretty well.
Mm.
Rabbit prepared properly. Sea duck, I just give those to somebody you don't like. I never found a recipe to cook them right.
Oh, he knows. Bill knows. Bill's got some recipes.
We're going to have a cooking segment. I'm going to make.
All right.
If I can find anybody to shoot any sea ducks anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We don't even try anymore, really.
Oh my God.
Just because we were there in the heyday.
When it was real.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
you know, 5,000 sitting in a raft, 10,000 even is not what we're seeing out there anymore.
No. It's too bad, ain't it? What the heck happened to them all? We didn't shoot them all.
Well, we got to ask Brad.
Well, they weren't overshot, that's for sure.
No.
Been watching that. Some of the climate changes that we're experiencing these
Mhm.
days have changed patterns of how they move and how well they reproduce. I don't know. It's
I think
predation. You mentioned, we don't shoot predators anymore, and they have a big influence on
Mm-hmm.
wildlife populations, and that's eagles and seagulls eating baby eider ducks left and right.
Mm.
preferred food is gone.
Yeah, that's, in Maine, I don't want to take up too much time, but, eider's number one food item is blue mussels.
Right.
And you're hard pressed to find a blue mussel on the coast of Maine now just
Yeah.
because of temperature changes in the ocean.
Right.
And if the food ain't here, the birds aren't going to be, so they're flying beyond us. So it's different. Times have changed.
Mm. Geez, but did the red legs, do they still come in down there? The
Yeah.
black duck, black red legs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Late in
They're
the
still
season, they
around.
come
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're
back.
still
Oh,
around.
we used to
Yeah.
love hunting them.
Yep.
Yeah, son of
If
a-
you're creative, you can still find them, and
Yeah.
you can shoot 2 a day now, so
Yeah.
it's even better.
Yeah, wow,
I haven't seen a big old red leg for a while, but they're out there.
yeah.
Well, because you only go on opening day, man. That's
Well,
why.
There's still pink flags.
Good point.
Yeah.
So-
Still have down on them.
If you were there on January 5th, you'd
Yeah.
probably find a red
Yeah,
leg.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I monitor your activities and what's going on the coast, and I make a decision on whether or not I want to join you or not.
Yeah.
Boy, it's been years I wished I wasn't there. So.
Yeah.
For folks that want to help support your program, is there a way to do that?
They can if they'd like, but it's called pinegroveprograms.org. But before we don't ask for anything from anybody ever. We never go and say, "Hey, you guys want to donate?" No, we never do. That's why we're poor. I don't have to. God gives it to me, and He's, like I told you, He's never failed me.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about something like that, I would be just as happy if you sent me a vet or a policeman or a fireman that needed to come and needed a break or needed to bring his son or his daughter or the family on a weekend. They could come to the lodge. I'll put you up, and you can go and do lots of different things by yourself. Or I might say, "Hey, Andy, can you take these guys bass fishing one day?" And Wyatt, can you take this guy on a moose safari this day? And just do your own thing. So, but if they would like to, a lot of people have donated to me.
So, folks who want to find out more about Pine Grove Lodge
Yep.
and your Pine Grove programs,
Mhm.
easiest thing is to what?
Just go online, pinegroveprograms.org or Pine Grove Lodge, and Maine Guide snowshoes and furniture.
And as far as hunts go, you do still have vacancies
Oh, yeah.
periodically, or you're
Yeah.
pretty much booked up. You said 80% of your people are returner.
Right, that's what happens, and they come back every year. These same guys from Pennsylvania, New York. I have guys I have these old guys, 4 of them from Greece that come. Right, rabbit hunting. Don't bring no guns. Okay, they fly in, go to Bangor, pick them up. They leave. They've been hunting with me for a long time, since 9/11. They leave all their clothes at the lodge. They got a tote upstairs with their name on it. They leave their boots, their coats, their hats, and all their stuff. So I go pick them up, bring them back. We bring them rabbit hunting. They sit in a snowmobile road. These are older fellas, 80s now. And they'll sit there and listen to the dogs. That's what they want to do. They want to hear the dogs. Then they get out these big fat cigars. They start smoking these big cigars.
Probably not a lot of rabbit hunting in Greece.
No.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of small game hunters there.
Small game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They smoke them things, and then they all got a shot glass in their pocket, right? And they'll get their shot glass out, and they'll get a bottle out, and they each have a shot like that. To the dogs! To the dogs! And have a shot. And an hour later, they'll do it again. To the rabbit! To the rabbit! They'll have another shot. They do this all day. And about an hour and a half on one chase, they'll say, Mr. Howe, change the rabbit. They want it down a different rabbit, run different. See?
Change the rabbit.
Change the rabbit.
So you got to go find the dog?
Yeah, they all have electronic collars, and I can see them.
Yeah.
And I'll just ring them, beep, beep, beep. That means come back.
Oh.
They'll come back, ding, 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 ding.
Let 'em the other way.
I'll just go and find another rabbit, put them
He's a
on.
rabbit.
Well, we hope that you enjoy your retirement and actually get to relax a little bit.
Well, I don't want to relax too much. I'll get old and fat.
Guy seems 24/7 to me.
Yeah, it does. That's what we do.
I know.
Why'd you say old and fat and look at me and brag?
Well, I'm the same thing, I was 285 and now I'm down to 260.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're 7 feet tall.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm vertically challenged.
Yeah. So son of a gun.
Well, we appreciate you spending time with us,
Oh, it's
taking
been-
time out of your busy schedule to come and hang out with us. You're full of great stories, and you're a great ambassador for the state of Maine and for just good dudes everywhere, man. You're a good guy. We appreciate you spending time with us.
Well, we thank you very much. And anything I can do to help you in any aspect, you let me know. We're on board.
Quack.